It's gonna be hard to beat. He did a hell of a burnout. Oh, we got clickbait pulling up.
So picking up from where we left off last time, after we left the Freedom Factory, we headed back to Travis and Ashley's. That's where we're going to regroup before we left for Mustang Week in Texas. When we tried to hit the road, I had RV problems, which means I had to turn around and go back to Travis and Ashley's to regroup and work on the RV. Meant that I was stuck there in glorious Florida for a couple more days, as to which Travis and Ashley then said, if you're going to be here, you're coming to Renegades on the River with us. No idea what that was, but they said I was going to enjoy my time. So we used that as a test for the RV to see how it was going to handle the road, and boy was I in for the shock of my life. So while I naively thought that this was just going to be a casual little holiday where we had some fun on the water with some boats, I couldn't have actually been further from that. I didn't realize that I was about to be locked into a rocket ship doing 100 mile an hour on water in a fiberglass egg carton. This is Bayardo. He'll look after you. He's gonna take it easy and take it chill. Nope. Second we got on the water, 80 mile an hour, and I was absolutely shitting myself. I have never experienced anything like this. We hit 100 mile an hour, which in layman's terms is freaking fast. I've never experienced my skin physically trying to rip off my face. I tried to film it, but I was too busy white knuckling it with both hands holding onto the oh shit handle, hoping that we weren't going to freaking take flight. But putting my scared little ass to the side, where we were actually heading was a natural spring. For those of you that don't know what that is, neither did I. But as we pull in through this little neck in the water starts to clear up instantly. You can see straight to the bottom of the water. Not only that, but there are otters swimming around us, turtles everywhere, and freaking gators. 50 feet from people in the water. Is that not the most Florida shit you ever seen?
Don't wanna strip no more, don't wanna hit that pole. Hit my old plug, I get it in and go. Shot it, owe me something, better pay your toll. I lit the spoon and I scraped the balls. Scrape the balls, scrape the balls. Like did you get the memo? She eat that rotary. I'm popping hella Skittles, and I can solve your riddle. We'll smoke you like it's menthol. This dude is crazy mental. A SWAT hood hero. Got Johnny Dang Dental. She's a new fan.
So after we'd finished at Renegades on the River, it was time to head north towards Indianapolis for Burnout Rivals. Now Jack and I are both in different parts of the country, but we're both going via Zombie Garage, not only to go hang out, we gotta get Jack's car ready for the event. At the moment there's no engine in it, and he doesn't have an engine even built. He's thrashing along with Colin from LME to get this thing smashed together to try and make it to Burnout Rivals in Indianapolis. They are quite literally pushing shit uphill, but if there's anyone that can make this happen, it's gonna be Jack. Alrighty, Jackson is due here any minute now. We skid tomorrow. We have to get his car running. There's no engine in it right now. We have to leave tomorrow morning. Yeah, my boy. Let's go, bitch. We got time to kill. We got no time to kill. From the second that Jack arrives, we are under the pump. It's already late in the afternoon. We know we're going to be pushing into the late hours of the night. But either way, we have to be up at 5:30 a.m. to make sure we're on the road by 6 to make it there in time. Because not only is it a 4-hour drive, but there's an hour lost with the time difference, and Cletus's crew are from Florida and don't like how cold it is, so they've already moved the schedule forward another hour. We're literally pushing shit uphill, and time is against us. What the fuck? Oh, dude. Driven fucking thousands of miles and he just broke the van. She ain't shifting now. So it wasn't even going to park, it just rolled out of the fucking shop. Luckily I had a chock in the RV. Now we already had all of the puzzle pieces. Jack and Colin had already assembled the long block, and nothing else in the car had to change. You'd think it'd be pretty straightforward to just get the engine in and get it running. And it was. It just needs a shitload of time when you're doing it.
Golden brown, texture like sun, lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden brown. Every time, just like the last, on her ship, tied to the mast, to distant lands.
So after the magic of editing, we've now jumped a little bit. It's now roughly about midnight, everything's together, ready to hit the key and try and get this thing fired up, so that Jack can get on the 1970s laptop and try and get these carbies dialed in. Now I'm going to save you our heartache here, and the heartache of listening to the starter motor for minutes on end, but this thing did not want to fire. It legitimately felt like we were sitting on the starter, trying to prime this bitch up and get it afire for like an hour. It doesn't help that it was 5 degrees Celsius inside the workshop and absolutely freezing, and we're trying to start this thing on methanol. But thankfully, she managed to kick off and fire. It was time to test this thing before we put it in the trailer. Good thing Zombie Garage is outside of city limits, because it's now 1:30 in the morning. And yes, we still have to leave at 6 a.m. After a couple heat cycles getting some heat into the engine to bed the rings in, it's time to actually go out and put some load under it. Now all Jack's doing right here is just staring at his air-fuel ratio gauge, just hunting for the right AFR. Not only do you want the right AFR under load, you want it all across the rev range. One of the biggest ones is on the tip-in. Not the tip-in that you do on the pad, but the tip-in when the throttle blades first crack and you get that first little squirt of fuel. If it's too much, it'll stumble and fall on its face. If it's too little, you're gonna have a crazy lean spot. So right here, he's literally just treating the road like a dyno, and he's just watching the AFR gauge. I think that's a success. It's like 1:30 a.m. and we're meant to leave at 6 a.m. So we'll be up at 5:30. Let's go. Now it's time to throw the Hilux into the trailer and get everything ready to hit the road in the morning. Thankfully, I didn't have to take the RV to this event. Nick from Zombie Garage was kind enough to let me use his GMC Denali, which was an absolute powerhouse to tow my car to the event. And if you remember from the Freedom Factory, we had Vince also tow our trailer across there too to make my life a little bit easier. And Vince actually drove. This time around, Nick couldn't drive because he was too busy driving the semi, which had all of the Zombie Garage team cars on the hauler. There's a big theme going on with the start of this season, and it's been a lot of amazing people saving our ass and really helping us out. It's crazy what you can achieve when you have a good team and great people behind you. Now, like I said before, we're pushing it on the time. So not only were Jack and I pushing it when we left, but Nick left in the hauler just after us. So the zombie guys are against the clock too. We had all our cars pretty much arrive at the same time, and it was everyone on the tools to get the cars ready. Once the cars were ready, it was run over to the driver's briefing, and as soon as the briefing was over, it was jump in your car, head straight to the pad, and line up and get ready to skid.
Right here, right now, 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 right here, right now.
Well, you make it through there, and then it goes all the way through.
Time to go.
Has to go all the way through the hole.
Alright, so we are third in the class. First obstacle, make it over this.
But
They're just about to send jet cars past, and we are dangerously close. So this will be pretty cool.
Look at the windows. Alrighty, it's go time now. Jackstand Jimmy is on the pad ahead of me, which means now it's time to fire the car up, try and get a bit more heat into the engine before I go out there without getting the water temp too high. You can see me right now cycling the water pump off and on, trying to let the engine warm up, but without letting the water flow, because that'd just pull the temperature out of the engine straight away because it's freezing out. And when you mix that with methanol, it's really hard to warm these things up. Now I just go through all my checks, make sure everything's on, make sure everything's working, and try to focus on the task at hand. Pick things that I want to work on the pad, things I want to hit, where I want to go, what I want to do. And then it's time to pull up to the line and see how it goes. So now with my skid over, it's time to go park up the car, run back, and go watch all the other boys skid. While I was on the pad, Jack had made the decision to drive Jacko's Lux back to the pits to go and change his diff gears. He has a winter's quick change now after he broke his diff a couple events ago, so he can now change his diff ratio in the matter of seconds. So he quickly jumped back to the pits to go and change his rear gear, only to then quickly shoot back over and then drive Marine, one of Seth's S10s from Zombie Garage.
Jack broke the fucking unbreakable. He broke Marine.
Sadly, the little LS that Jack had built for Marine had finally let the smoke out. That thing had done hundreds of sets with plenty of different drivers, was an absolute trooper, and it finally decided to give up. So as soon as that was off, Jack ran around, jump straight into the Hilux. Now, I bet you're asking yourself, where the hell's the smoke? Don't worry, we were too. There's 2 gears in a winter's quick change to get your final drive. There's a big gear and a small gear. You get those around the wrong way, and your ratio is double what you think it was. Jack thought he put 3 5s in there, but by putting them around the wrong way mistakenly, he actually had 6 90s, which means no smoke. After that 2-minute drive on the pad, the tyres were still pretty much brand new, which sucks, but it's great to see that the car performed. We managed to pull off 2nd place in the Pro Boost class, tying with Craig with Imposter, and then Archie pulling it out yet again, back-to-back Cletus events, winning in Deranged. This guy is really stepping it up. And then in the open class, it was a clean sweep from the Zombie guys. Zombie Garage 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You can jump over to their YouTube channel, Zombie Garage, and watch from their angle to see their skids. If you want to go see their skids, go jump over to their channel. All in all, she was a killer event. Now it's time to head back to Australia, get shut up ready for Brashenats with a freaking spicy combo, and start the next build. See you in the next one, lads.